And welcome back, everyone, to Who Would Win. Today's Who Would Win comes to us from Dark Lapis Gaming XL, or Extra Large, who asked the question, who would fight Alucard from Hellsing versus Dracula from Castlevania? This is one that's been asked quite a bit. I'm sure some other people have given me that request too. I couldn't find them right at the gate, unfortunately, but yeah, Alucard versus Dracula. Now, Alucard, we know, is also Dracula in his own universe. He's the king of all vampires. Is a skilled marksman of over 500 years old, if I'm not mistaken. Wields the jackal and I can't remember the other one. Basically designed shooting holy rounds that are designed to, kill the undead. He has a massive regeneration. Even without the souls he has, with the souls he has even better regeneration. His power is sealed away with the restraints, but if he has the chance to release said restraints, it gets even stronger. Obviously, his highest level is the release restraint level 0, which basically releases all the souls to fight on his behalf, but his own soul is exposed. So if he takes a lethal hit, or having his heart skewered and all that, then he will go down. He did end up Solic's Ranger soul, though, which basically gave him kind of omniscience powers, God powers. Basically, he's both a living and dead. He's nowhere and everywhere. As long as he's something to do with his own existence. I don't remember. Dracula, though. Dracula for Castlevania is Dracula. There's little more you can really say on that, is that he is Dracula. But his powers are, God almighty, his powers are off the chain. He can summon his demon castle wherever he wants, being the true master of the demon castle and having a connection to chaos. Dracula Resurrections allows the castle to reappear anywhere and anytime he desires. He is immortal. Thanks to Walter's soul, Dracula is immortal. Even though he can be killed, he will simply revive after approximately 100 years. Although premature revivals are not uncommon, especially when the premature revivals are caused by more negative aspects of humanity. He's also invulnerable. He possesses superhuman endurance. Typical weapons would almost certainly not harm him, or they inflict very minimal damage. However, certain weapons and measures, such as Dracula's own power, or the vampire killer, are capable of harming and killing him. Dracula is also usually invulnerable to attacks to any part of his body, excluding his head. His superhuman endurance is such that even when being beheaded is not enough to kill him. In his demon form, he seems to have lost this power. Dracula Resurrection also depends on the number of people in the world who desire him to return, and between 1797 to 1999, he was resurrected more frequently. Eternal night. It is always nighttime in the area surrounding Dracula's castle. It has been heavily implied that Dracula was preventing the sun from rising in the area when he was present. He can create an instant army. He has access to the Chaos Realm, which is a source of darkness, and only Dracula can enter this specific dimension. He's also capable of warping reality, especially when assuming his true form. This is best demonstrated when he battled against Richard Belmont, as well as Hector, and to a lesser extent against his son. He can transform and shapeshift into multiple things, including multiple bats, mist, a wolf, a giant demonic entity. He is weak, though, to holy weapons. Holy weapons can kill him, given there enough, lethality, I guess you could put it. Power, but he also has dominance. Power dominance. Dracula's primary ability allows him to absorb defeated monsters' souls and enslave them. The power was the one that Selma Cruz, Dracula's incarnation, inherited along with Dracula's soul. Obedient animals, creatures of the night, are sensitive to the flow of darkness and are attracted to its source. He also has power over humans. In battle, he also uses blood draining, dark metamorphosis, magic mastery. He's a master of using magic. Soul stealing, dark metamorphosis, dark inferno, hellfire, dark fire, demonic Megiddo, which is holy magic. Dominus hatred, fatal ray, summons 7 great rays of dark energy that fly upward towards his body. After a moment, they fall. They converge entirely into his hand to the entire effort, leaving some space between where the player can dodge. Destruction ray, power over death. After gaining possession of the Crimson Stone, he gained Death's complete allegiance, who in turn will seek all means necessary to resurrect its master. Flame sickle summons. So I love me Alucard, I do, but except for Schrodinger's version of Alucard, our Alucard could not take this version of Dracula on. Now, the reason for that, I believe, is this. While Dracula's soul regeneration is immense and very hard to, like, just bypass, Dracula is just as difficult. In fact, he's actually more vulnerable than, or actually less vulnerable than Alucard in many ways. And this is due to the fact that he is pretty much nigh invulnerable to anything except certain forms like of his own energy used against him, the vampire killer, and sometimes holy weapons as well. And even that's not a guarantee. So Alucard may not come in here with any extra weaknesses, but he also lacks a lot of the power it would be needed to put this guy down. Whereas Dracula has all these abilities. He has far more abilities than Alucard has. He has access to magic holy weapons on a mass destructive scale. Alucard does wield his firearms that do have holy ammunition in it, and that in theory could hurt Dracula. But Alucard himself doesn't actually have anything to put Dracula down, save for maybe just taking his heart out or something like that. And even then, there's no guarantee. If we are to use Schrodinger Alucard, well, then that changes the entire nature of the fight, though, because now Alucard can just outlast this guy for as long as he needs to. Now, both are capable of using hypnosis. I don't think one would be able to hypnotize their other. They're too strong-willed. Ultimately, I'd say in a straight fight, Dracula is going to really just not mess Alucard up, but he's going to just overwhelm Alucard. He can easily control any of what Alucard throws at him, including his minions. He can probably bypass the gunshots, even if he's hit, as long as he's not hitting the head or the heart, he'll be fine. Alucard, unfortunately, doesn't have the offensive capability to put Dracula down for good, unless it's a battle of attrition, in which he's just going to outlast the guy forever. Because there's nothing Alucard or Dracula can do against the guy who can just reverse his own non-existence, basically. So, ultimately, for my opinion on this, I am going with Castlevania Dracula. That is just my opinion, however. Let me know in the comments below if you feel differently. If you do, that is cool. Let me put it in the comments below. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know we'll do a review of it at some point. Hit that bell if you want to be notified. Thanks for watching. And you'll notice these last couple of videos have been pretty short. I've been pre-recording everything. So I got to pre-record my Lantern Court video next. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.